Hey, it's Larry Jones again with Stock Up, and I want to tell you this is an exciting episode. Number one, there was an infusion of money into Hyliion. Number two, he just did a very interesting and intriguing interview, and you guys, I think you're going to like this one. See you in 15 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna be a little animated today because that's the way I'm feeling. Number one, as you can see, I got my shirt on. This is my 1,000 subscriber shirt. So I'm at 24,000. Every time we hit another 1,000, I'm gonna wear the cool shirt, all right? So hey, let's dive right into it. Shares of Hyln Hyliion Corporation, Texas-based provider of electrification powertrain. We know that. Let's go down to here. Tuesday, I'm going to jack this name up. Axima Venture LLC disclosed in a regulatory filing that it has acquired 16.66 million shares of Hyliion. One too many sixes for your boy. I'm just saying. So, of Hyliion representing 10.8% stock. 10.8% stake in the company. Hyliion Holdings has traded in a range of 950 to 58.66 in the past 52 weeks. Of course, the 52-week high was 58.66, right? So right off the bat, that was very, it was very good news. I really like that news because that's a lot of cash. And it goes to show you that institutions are buying into our baby Hyliion, right? And so I was going on during the day and I got prepared to make this video, right? And I was going to put out this sob story. You know, just imagine some news, some sad music playing, and I was just going to hold this Dear John letter out. Dear Thomas Hyliion, I know I've called you Hyliion. I'm so sorry for getting your name wrong. But if you could just please open your mouth and say something, boo, die dog, anything, just to let us know that you're still breathing. You know, I was going to be all dramatic like that. And, and I got ready to film this and I said, well, let me check and see what's happening, right? Right. So I see this interview of another YouTuber about the size of my YouTube. Another YouTuber. This is one of the things I like about Thomas Hyliion. He talks to guys like you and I that don't have 5.7 million subscribers or a TV network. He talks to the small guy. That's why I like you, Thomas. I like you, dude. You cool. I actually love you. But you know what? I was going to be, doing this whole sad thing like, hey, man, I just want to protect my money, right? You guys, too. You just want to see what's going on with your money. The stock has been trending down, 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 down. And the stock has been suffering from no news until I saw this video. So now I'm going to play you some short clips of this video that I put together. The interview that he did with this gentleman, I'm going to post a link to his page. It would be only fair for you to go and watch the entire video and show him some love. But I just put together the main stuff, what I thought was the most important stuff that has the potential to move the stock price. And for those of you that's like me, this is a long play. Everything that he said in this interview underlines that. I'm more excited about what he said in this interview that he just had, even more than the 16.66 million shares to me, because it shows that this company has the potential for some crazy growth. I'm going to look in the camera, I'm going to put my pole on the hill and tell you guys that Hyliion will be trading over $100 in 2021. It will. In 2021, Hyliion will be trading over $100 a share. I'm staking my claim. I'm sticking to it. All right. So I'm going to play you guys this short video. And for those of you that's new to the channel, this is not my normal room. I got a real cool studio. I'm having some work done on it. But right now I'm in yet another room in the crib until that's done. So my next video, this is my cool shirt. Thanks to you guys, I'm at 24,000. And I believe in a few days we'll be at 25,000. So show your boys some love. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, most importantly. And a lot of you guys are subscribed, but you don't have the notification bell. What's up with that? All right, let's listen to the interview, then I'll see you on the back end.
And when we announced the Hypertruck technology, which, we only publicly announced that about 2 months ago now, then we had the fleets outreaching to us saying, hey, we see how this can work. We want to really dive in and do the analysis with you. Now, what's been fascinating to us is fleets have been willing and really wanting to dive into deeper levels of details around the technology. And, one of the large fleets in the US, we had a couple hour long meeting with them where we had an Excel sheet, shared on a, like a Skype presentation. And they were giving us their numbers of how much it costs, in maintenance and fuel and, for their trucks. And then we were given our numbers around the Hypertruck and doing the comparison. And, we came down to the end of it, and they at the end of the exercise, they went, well, good. Those numbers that you guys just came up with, match what we were expecting to see. So we know you guys are being truthful with us. So yeah, we like this. Let's continue the discussion.
There's been some controversy through some other players. One in particular, Nikola Motors, with Trevor Milton coming, and then him having to step down, step aside due to kind of over promising, maybe over exaggerating. And so I'm saying this I'm sort of speaking to my audience here, not necessarily you, but so your transparency and your due diligence and making sure that you're doing everything by the book, I think kind of has set a path ahead for you where many investors can trust what you're bringing to the table. And so is that still the approach that you're going to take moving forward, is to have that same level of caution, with announcements and things like that as well moving forward?
It is. I mean, we're trying to make sure that we're doing everything as, by the book and methodical as possible here. And I mean, it's honestly like every day there's something that happens that's like, this is amazing. This is awesome. Like, I would love to be able to share this. And it's like, well, we need to get, signed agreements, definitive contracts. I mean, there's like a lot to get to a point where you can actually then go publicly announce stuff that's going on in the organization, right? I mean, the last thing we would want to do is like go showcase something and then, 3 weeks later have to come back and say, well, actually, we disagreed on something in the definitive contract, so we actually don't have an agreement, right? That's not the way we want to run the organization. That's not the way we want to convey news and things that are going on. And so, what I'll say is, the interest level has been fantastic. And, we've heard it on, on Twitter and social media and emails we've gotten. Everyone is interested in, what are the next big announcements. And, what I can say at this time is we have a ton of things in the works. We got a lot of great things that are coming down the pipeline that we're working on. The sales and business development teams have been working nonstop, as we were talking about before. The outreach to us has been fantastic, and we've got some great things in the pipeline, but we need to be following the right process of, there's non-public information. Obviously, we can't just take that and say, hey, we got this, we got that, right? We got to kind of keep it confidential within the organization. And then once, we have definitive agreements and contracts in place, then that's when we'll come out and announce it. And so what I can say is, stay tuned for more press releases coming up in the future. There's a lot of neat stuff going on, and, we will be showcasing it at the appropriate time.
Perfect. Also, looking over your Hypertruck ERX timeline that was available in the investor presentation, let's see, it looks like the design and development and the testing and validation overlaps in Q3 2020. Is everything still on course as far as, like, if I'm today looking at the timeline, is everything moving along, on par?
It is. The engineering team's on track and continuing working forward. Just to kind of recap some of those dates. I mean, second half of next year is when we're going to start initial fleet deliveries. Moving into 2022 is when we're actually going to move the Hypertruck technology into production. I think, the YouTube world has figured out that the Hypertruck is out on the road and running. There's a ton of videos of it out there. Our drivers are now at a point where like they're out driving, running the vehicles, testing them, and cars are going by with cell phones out the window, taking pictures of it and videos of it. And there's a YouTube video out there of one guy saying, "This truck's flying. It's going 90 miles an hour down the road." And I think the truck has like a governor of, this was the hybrid truck actually. It has a governor from Freightliner of like 65 or 70 on it, right? It's like, so no, people are excited. I mean, people are seeing the trucks out there on the roads, and we're running them, we're testing them, we're shipping the hybrid units out to fleets right now, getting it in their hands. And the Hypertruck's in development and still on track. And, we're looking forward to, second half of next year actually getting it in fleet's hands.
So I guess what you discussed or what you have there on the reservation page, the fleet demo. So I guess if someone orders a big order, then you demo it to them. In other words, that's what that means.
Yeah. So the way we've set it up, and the agility contract is set up this way, is that second half of next year, they'll take delivery of the initial vehicle. It'll allow them to run it, experience it.
When would you be able to announce reservation numbers?
Yeah, so what our approach is we've got a lot of engagements going with fleets right now. We will be doing press releases as we have different pre-orders or any partnerships or collaborations. We will do press releases around some of those and make them known publicly. Unfortunately, until we do that, it is kind of all non-public information. So we can't disclose it here, but what I will say is, stay tuned for press releases that will be coming in the, from now through, the actual, delivery of fleets. We've got a lot of great customers that we're working with, and we're looking forward to being able to start sharing that with the world. I put a YouTube or a Twitter video out there just saying, this is an exciting journey, and we want to be able to showcase that with people. And we are going to do that, but we got to make sure that, things are, buttoned up, with SEC and, being able to publicly file it and disclose it appropriately.
Very good. Very good.
So there you have it. I mean, great news. Everything, good news. You guys understand why he's not talking every 5 minutes like another certain guy. I was thinking, Thomas Hyliion is overcorrecting from Trevor. He don't want to be like Nikola. And as you can see, there's a lot of exciting things he has coming down the pipeline. You heard it right from the horse's mouth. And I'm not calling you a horse, Mr. Thomas, so don't get me wrong. All right, so, okay, I can't talk about Hyliion without talking about the warrants. Let me show you guys one more thing. Remember, I like to have fun, but I like to think and dig deep. Right, let's go back to October 12th, right? Look at Hyliion and look at the warrants. They're both down 84 cents, right? Okay, so the warrants are less than half. So on a percentage basis, it's down more than twice as much, which means that the headroom, the upside is more than twice as much, right? And so look, on the 14th, if you can see that Hyliion has went up 10%, but the warrants went up almost 20%, 19.33% or 19.33%. And so that's what I want to show you guys with Hyliion, with the warrants. The upside on the warrants are more than the stock. When the warrants are falling at the same rate, not the same percentage, the warrants fell at a greater percentage than the stock, right? So that means when there's a recovery and the stock starts going up, the warrants are going to run up more. And so you says, I don't know anything about exercising the warrants. You could just sell the warrants just like you would sell a normal stock. I would rather make 20% than 10%. Aha. Think about it, people. So yeah, I have warrants that I'm going to exercise, whenever I feel it's time or whenever they do a call on them, correct? But I also have warrants that I'm going to pop at face value and make the quick money, right? Think about it. For those of you that are like, oh, sell, it's just going down, it's just going down, just going down. I mean, you're like the emotional one in the relationship. Don't be that. Some of you guys are emotional. Some of you girls are emotional. Don't be that way. I mean, he's working long hours. And you're like calling, hey, you, what about me? What about me? He's like, hey, but girl, I'm working, girl. And you like, but what about me? But look, what about me? He like, I'm working. And then you like, I'm going to leave you. And he's like, hey girl, wait for me. I'm worth it. And then next year, 2021, he's going to come home with that fat check. Look at all the overtime I've been doing, and I've been doing this just for you. That's where y'all at with the emotional sell. I'm telling you guys, this stock is worth the wait. This is Tesla at $300, $500 pre-split. Okay? This is Tesla right now at $50. This is where we are with Hyliion. Mr. Hyliion, I'm sorry for jacking your name up. I won't do it again. I'm not going to call you another person's name ever again. Because of this interview, we good. I'm going to wait for you. Hey guys, I'm going to keep it right there. I know I'm animated, but this really is exciting news. Again, hey, hit the like button. Thank you guys for 24,000. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment if you long. Hit the subscribe button and a notification bell, and we see you guys next time.